Hi everybody, Jackson here. Welcome back to the daily endeavours for the 16th of February. As always, there'll be time codes and chapters in the description if you're looking for a certain endeavour in particular. 10 seals, killing foes with class abilities, Humanoid Daedra, refining raw materials, capturing a resource, and catching a fish. So it's a pretty good set, nothing pay-gated here, nothing really difficult to do. My advice here is these three here would be the most reliable. If you don't want to do one of these, for a particular reason, you've got the slow but reliable option and then the faster but unreliable option. So I'll talk about these three first. Both Colossus abilities and Humanoid Daedra, you can kind of do these at the same time. My advice for Humanoid Daedra for a non-instance area, the public dungeon in Shadowfen, you've got Sanguine and Demesne. This place is full of Dremora. There's other locations, I'll chat about them as well. So Domens is another thing. You know, Domens can be found in every single zone, or basement zone, but they don't always have Dremora in them. Sometimes they've got other shit like Bestial Daedra, skeletons, vampires, all sorts of that sort of thing. Whereas in Sanguine and Demesne, these Humanoid Daedra are always going to be here. So you've got these Dremora here, let's come up, let's kill all these guys. There's more than 5 in just this group alone. So you can just come through and kill these guys, and that'll be enough. And if you don't, you can also just come through and there's lots down here. You've got these guys here. So if you come through here, there's Bestial Daedra in that section, but if you keep coming around here, you've got more here. There's more in this room, in this section here. I think someone's killed them. Don't worry about them. Just catching heavy sacks as I go. I believe there's also more here. Usually there's going to be other people coming through and killing these guys, so yeah, they won't always be here. But if you come through this way, where this person is, you can see there's some fighting a bunch of Dremora here. If you come through, there are more through here. Keep coming through, there'll be just tons of Daedra or Dremora in these sections here. It's just someone's killed them. So yeah, more here, and then you've got a boss over there that's also Humanoid Daedra. So you'll not have any issues finding Dremora in here to kill. You just gotta usually wait for them to respawn. Quick access to Sanguine Demesne in Stormhaven, Shadowfen, one of those two. The quickest way is to use the way shrine that you start with by default in Davon's Watch. Just travel to the docks, talk to this guy here, Felvis Reram. This guy sends you to Deshaan. Once he takes you to Deshaan, you talk to him again. He will take you to Stormhold in Shadowfen. But I keep confusing the place, Stormhaven. So yeah, it'll take you here, and Sanguine Demesne is just across the river from the way shrine that you start with when you get here. So really easy to get to. So an instanced option for Humanoid Daedra is a DLC dungeon that is available for free. You've got Imperial City Prison. So you can travel to here at any time, even if you haven't unlocked it before. You just have to go to the DLC, type in Imperial City, and just make sure you buy this. Well, buy it. It's free for everybody. So yeah, really, really good to have access to this one, because these Daedra right here, they're all considered Humanoid Daedra. Obviously, aside from the Daedrats at the front, there's 4 there, and then over here, you've also got groups of Humanoid Daedra. You've got a couple over there. And then you've also got a couple over there. The only thing is, these guys are a little bit tough. Just make sure you're packing a little bit of oomph when you come in to fight these people. They can all be CC'd, which is probably helpful to do. If you're on your own, just to make sure you stop a bit of the damage incoming. To kill those 4, that'll be 4 Humanoid Daedra. You've got more over here, over there, and then over here you've also got a couple. Got a couple over here. And I believe there's also one down here somewhere. Oh, guess not. Alright, so yeah, you get the drill. There's more in there, but this is all you should need. It's only 5 Humanoid Daedra, which is good. There's also another Zukin over there. So the good thing is, if you just go to the exit, it will not put you in Imperial City. It'll just take you to wherever you came from the way shrine. Yeah, personally, I don't think there's any other places that are really worth talking about in regards to Humanoid Daedra, because there's only a few and those places are just easy to reach for everyone. And you know, an instance place. If you're established, you might as well use instance places because you're not relying on people not coming in and killing everything to be able to do it. So yeah, personally, thing is Demesne or Imperial City Prison. I don't think you can really go wrong with either of those choices. So on the other hand, we've got 20 Photos class abilities. This is a bit more of a tougher one to get. Now what I suggest is, if you don't have a class that has an AoE spammable, I suggest grabbing one. The easiest ones to start with would be Templar, because from the get-go they get a good AoE spammable skill. Same with Necromancers, they're pretty good too. Personally, my favourites are, once you establish them, is to be Nightblade or Sorcerer. But I will put in the description, I will list each of the ways that I suggest that you build classes if you want to get this endeavor done as efficiently as possible, because you need to understand, firstly, things like light attacks, proc sets, anything that isn't a damage from class abilities is not counted for this endeavor. So you only want to, you want to try and limit as much as possible your damage just to your class abilities. So you also don't want to be competing, like going to a place and attacking enemies that another player is attacking, because if the other player kills them with their class abilities, it won't count for you. So you want to place this instance, and you want to place that the enemies are relatively weak, that your AoE abilities will just kill them very quickly. My advice for you is to use Wayrest Sewers 1, found in Wayrest in Stormhaven. I'll show you how to get here easily after this. But the reason you want to come in here are these skeevers here. There's tons of skeevers all over the place, and they are all very low health considering that this is a group dungeon. Just keep in mind that there are crocodiles down there. They're quite tough. You can kill them too, but I would advise just restraining it to just the skeevers. So there's 21 or over 20 skeevers in total in this room here. And going in, getting them all into one little clump, putting down a couple of class skills, and then using an AoE spammable, especially Nightblades with Sap Essence, which heals you while you deal all the damage, is amazing. So that there would have probably gotten us at least 18 or so kills with class abilities. Because yeah, I'm making sure that I'm not light attacking, because that would, if I get kills with the light attacks, it doesn't count. And all I had down there was Twisting Path and just Sap Essence. And then my sets are just, I've got Order's Wrath, and then I've just got Mother Story. So it's just buffing the damage that I do with my abilities. I'm not using proc sets. Any proc sets is a bad idea, I think. Things like Vulcan, Worm of the Depths, Whirl of the Depths, things like that. Venomous Smite, Pillar of Nirn, shit like that will steal kills and really stop it. So we've got more skeevers there. If that's not enough, you can kill the crocodiles, but they have a lot of health. Same thing with the boss here. Not really worth fighting him, just because one enemy and it'll take ages to kill him. What I do suggest is, if that's not enough, getting these enemies here, pulling them, going into this corner here, or this hallway, putting your class AoE abilities down here, and then once all the ranged enemies are grouped up a fair bit, just slowly kill them as well. These enemies are a bit beefy for your class skills to just kill them outright, but this amount of enemies, you will usually get this endeavor done by that point. There's also more enemies down there. So what I would do is just, yeah, load up on as many class skills as possible, and if you really want to go all out with the class kill capabilities, there's two sets you can also get. One is called Claw of the Forest Wraith, crafted from Galen. But you can craft this at a guild store without the DLC. And then same thing with Innate Axiom. It's a crafted 2-trait set from Clockwork City that you just craft at guild halls. These both just increase the tooltips and crit chance of your class abilities. So it's just, yeah, really good to use as well. So yeah, now let's have a look at how to actually get here. So you want to go to the city of Daggerfall in Glenumbra here. You can use the rosy line to get there, or you can just use the way shrine. Yeah, the way shrine that you start with, I should point out. God damn it. Can I make... Oh, it's just here anyway. Alright, so same thing as Sanguine's Demesne, basically. You come to Daggerfall, go down here and go to a harbour launch here. So you talk to this lady here, Azufa. She will get you to Stormhaven. That will take you to Wayrest at the docks. And just travel a bit northwest, and Wayrest is right here. As soon as you do that, you can travel to it in any time from any way shrine. So from that point, it's just easy to access from there. You know, I really should make a video, like a preparation video for getting to these places to like set yourself up for this sort of thing. I've been making the low-level guide, but I really think I've done a shit job. I think I should just can it and do that instead for now, and just redo the leveling one. I don't know. I'll think about it. Alright, so next up we'll talk about refining raw materials. So my only suggestion for this is to use rough wood, because it is so much cheaper than any other refinable material in this game. You know, cassiterite, sand, those sorts of things are kind of close, but they're nowhere near as there's nowhere near as much of that available as there is with rough wood. So all you need to do is find some rough wood, either from guild stores or from finding it itself. Go quantity 8, and that is the amount that you need to get this one done. Now I'll show you. So firstly, you can use surveys, woodworker surveys, to get a bunch of rough wood. You can also use surveys to get a bunch of other stuff. A single survey will get you enough raw material to get this one done, because they give you 120, about 120, 100 to 120-ish. No matter what, you'll always get more than 80, which you need to do 8 times of this. The only thing I would say about that is, if you're not using wood, then try your best to get a character with the respective extraction skill here, because if you don't, you get a lot less of the rare materials that you used to upgrade with, and the other ones aside from wood are very expensive. Wood, it's not as big of a deal because rosin and mastic is like relatively cheap, so I don't really worry too much about that, but even then you should still try and make sure you have this. Same with the champion point, that the meticulous disassembly champion point, that also does the same thing. So try and have these two before you refine, at least refining anything other than wood if you can. Like, how many times have you had that person go, "Adventurer, you're the one I seek"? Right, so when you're looking for wood materials, you just go materials in the guild trader. You go raw material and you search here. There's nothing here, but there's so many guild traders out there. Just take a look at some ones that you've got available, and you will find some wood eventually. It's about 8 gold a piece in most places, I'd say. Try not to get anything that's like more than maybe 10 or 12, because I'd say that would be pushing a little bit. But yeah, it just depends. Sometimes you might not find shed, especially when these refining raw materials ones do come up, because usually people take a lot. 49 per piece. Right. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. Why is that so expensive? Yeah, here we go. So 9 gold a piece. Full stack of that for 2k. That'd last, what, like 2.5 times of this endeavor. Spending 2k to get, like, I don't know, 20, 25 seals. I think that's a good deal myself, considering that it allows you to do it super fast. I think that's a good deal, if you can afford it. And I mean, if you do writs on the daily, then you can afford that sort of thing, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Alright, let's talk about the next ones. So next up, I'll talk about a resource. Alright, resources. So the biggest pain in the ass about this one is most of the time you're going to find your resources from keeps at the enemy zone. In that case, it's a bit of a run around, and if you die when you get there or on the way there, you have to respawn again, and it can sometimes be a pain in the ass. So I'll just go through quickly how to take a resource. This is a friendly one, so I could just run down how it actually works. So this flag here is what you need to take, but these 4 here, alongside these 3 here gets a bit of a painful experience. So what you want to do is take your mount and just rush straight in here, come through here, come upstairs. You kill this person first, this one here. On their own, they're usually not too bad. The other 2 down at the bottom of the tower will actually come upstairs and probably fight you. But these 3 together aren't as bad as these guys here, because the honor guards are especially like the real tough ones you've got to deal with. But while you're doing that, if you just don't fight these guys at all, this mage here especially will just pelt you from up top here with lots of shit. But the mage guard is usually like, they've got good offense, but they don't really defend themselves very well, whereas these honor guards are really good at like defense. So you kill these 3. The healer especially can be painful because it heals the other ones. So kill the mage guard, then kill the healer when that comes up, and then kill the guard as well, and just divide and conquer. After that's done, kill the 2 menders here. The menders will be healing the shit out of the honor guards. The honor guards are like the ones that you should kill last. They do a fair bit of annoying stuff. Just have like a build that's not a pushover, especially in PvP, because while you do this, you could encounter a player, and those fuckers are not easy to fight. So once you've done that, once you've killed the 4 guards here, that's it. Might get a few enemies from these areas here as well, but this is like the main part of the fight as well, like the guards there as well. So once you do that, it takes about 2 minutes for the flag to flip over from the enemy to you. While that happens, there will be like a little under attack icon on the map, like this. So when that happens, other players can see what's going on, and in that case, you've got to be a bit careful, because that means players can see what you're doing usually. This is where taking one that's like next to one of your keeps, so if you're Dagfall, you would try to go here and take these ones if you could, because that would mean if you die, you can spawn again at your friendly keep, whereas if you try and go for ones that are like not a friendly keep, you have to respawn again, and it's just a trek to get there, and it just wastes more time that you need. Not that I would recommend doing this one at all. I think these ones are still way easier. But yeah, after a few minutes, the flag will go over to yours, and this one will work. You get a bit of AP, and you go on with your day. If you have other people that can do this with you, it will be quicker, because the more players taking a flag, the quicker it goes. But you can do this solo. It just takes a little bit longer. It's definitely for me, it's definitely very anxious when you're sitting there waiting for the flag to flip. As basically you've got a big target put on you at that point, because other players can know. But it's not terrible. Just try and find one that's next to a keep that you own. But yeah, it's annoyingly this not the case in any of these ones here. All right, it's time to do some fishing. So before you start your fishing, you're going to need some bait. Best place to find bait, I think, well, the way I do it, I use river fishing holes, and they use insect parts. So I usually get my insect parts from this area here, Skystride Barrow. If you complete the quest, the skeletons will be they will be those suns that are hostile. They'll still attack you if you take them, but you can run past them and not have to deal with them just fucking chasing all the time. So you're looking for torch bugs here. These give you insect parts, can also give you torchbug thorax, which you can sell for a little bit if you want, or use them for alchemy endeavors when they come up or anything like that. You'll need, I'd say go 10, maybe 15, if you can find enough for it, because it's not a guaranteed 1-to-1 ratio, one fish for one insect part. Sometimes you don't get a fish for using one of them, so it's best to have just a bit over the amount of fish that you need, just so you've got some extra. So yeah, about 10, 12, 15ish will be sufficient usually. Alright, so when you're ready to go, there's something I want you to have grass in the way. Something I want you to have a look at is this website here. I'll link this in the description as well. This is House Tertia's fishing guides. So every zone in the game has a image of the known mapped locations of all the fishing holes. So this is Stonefall's one I'm in right now. So this area here with these light blue ones, as you can see, river holes, this is where I usually go to get this fishing endeavor done. There's other places which have tons of river ones. For example, Cragdawn's really good for this. Also, Rothgar is really good. Vardenfell also has a ton as well. So you can pick a couple of places. If you're looking to do the Master Angler one, even though the curated thing is fast now, this is another way. So yeah, you've got this these big areas here as well you can use. So you just got to find something that works for you. I'll make sure you can get access to that in this video. Once you got the place you're looking for, this is easy to get to because it's got a in room here that you can get. If you don't have this via that quest in the quest for Finland Demarie, you can go all houses and go Ebony Flask in room. Oh yeah, the Ebony Flask in room. It's in the this one here. If it doesn't, so what you do is you can just double click and travel to the house. You go out the door of the house and it'll take you to this area here in Ebonheart. So it's very easy to get here as well. If this doesn't show up in recommended, just make sure you check Browse Homes as well, because this is where all the houses show up, I think. So now there should be tons of them. Yeah, there you go. So just look through some of these, find one that works, and just use that. So just travel down here, and yeah, this is usually where I go. So all you're looking for is some splashing in the water. You can see it in the distance there. That's a fishing hole. There's another one there. So what we do is we hold E, or whatever button it says there. You need your bait, so you go your insect parts, and now you just press the button to start fishing. Now fishing in this game is very simple. You don't even need the HUD. All you need to do is look at the rod. As soon as the character starts like struggling, you just press E. It will say reel in when it's time, but yeah, you just now do that, and yeah, we got a fish. So you just slowly do that over and over. You'll need to do that 8 times. There's nothing else to it. You just press E. As soon as you see your character do a different animation, you press E again. It will take a couple of minutes, but it's very simple, very relaxed. You can just use, watch YouTube in the background or something, or just talk to people on guild chat or something. There you go, press E, get another fish, and just keep going. So yeah, there's not really much else to talk about here. You won't always get a fish, as I said before. Sometimes you'll get gunny sacks or used bait or some shit like that. So that's why I suggest just packing some extra fishing bait, just to make sure. Alright, nothing really else to talk about there. As I said, I'll link in the description the House Tertia website. I'll link all the class stuff as well. So yeah, I'll definitely think about doing a setup guide soon, because yeah, I really don't like how I did the new video that I'm trying to upload. I'm feeling just do it again. I don't know. I just don't want it to be trash. I don't know. Probably not as bad as I think, but whatever. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching. If you've got any questions about any of this stuff, as always, just let me know. I'm always willing to help. Take care for now. I'll see everyone next time. Peace out.